Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bobcom speaking. I hope you're doing alright. And this is another one of my online multiplayer battles. Myself playing as Empire, got an ally playing as the Greenskins, and we're up against Bretonia and the Dwarves. I'm going to run through the army comp real quick. So I've got 4 units of greatswords, 2 units of crossbowmen, 4 units of handgunners. I've got Carl Franz on the Demigriff, apologies, on Deathwing I think his name is, and I've got a Amber Wizard, so I'm going to spawn myself a Manticore in a second. And then on this flank, because there's like a slight rise in the hill there and there's a rock here, I said to my teammate, can you sort of watch my cannons and sort of defend the flank, which I don't think he saw, because you'll see in the ensuing battle. But yeah, I've sort of layered my cannons sort of in front of each other. I've got the Hammer of the Witches and a normal great cannon with a steam cannon backed up, and they're just in range of the enemy. My ally has he's got Savage Orc Arrow Boys. He's got 2 units of Doom Divers and a Ragnarok, some Orc Biggins, 4 of them I believe, and then Savage Orcs 4 of Savage Orcs, and then 4 Black Orcs in the back with his Orc Warboss in the centre. Let's move on to the Bretonia player. So he's got Pegasus Knights Flying Death Squad over here, 4 units. He's got Spearmen at Arms and Men at Polearms, 3 Spearmen, 3 Polearms, and some Mounted Yeoman Archers. It's quite an interesting pick, to be honest. You don't really see the mounted ones come along very often. We've also got a Lord on their flying unit, and you've got a Damsel as well in there. And then for the Dwarves, apologies, there's some more over here. We've got Field Trebuchets ×2. Then we've got some Grau Knights sort of on our right flank. Dwarves have got a cannon, some Longbeards, hammers, and some Iron Breakers. So they look like they were trying to play a defensive role, not like the way they set up. A random unit of miners over there, but seeing as we're playing as the Greenskins, we weren't really looking to do a full frontal attack. So I sort of said let my cannons do a bit of firing. I did think they were going to have more, to be honest, of the cannons, so that was quite good for us. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this battle started. You can see the initial volley pretty much starts straight away with my cannons. So you watch this come. I think I actually destroyed one of their cannons out on the initial volley, which is quite good. Yeah, you see that the first 2 shots like blew up one of their cannons straight away. That was really good for me. You've got the Doom Divers coming in, so targeting their trebuchets. So you can see off in the distance there, he's got his Flying Death Squad coming out. So I wasn't too worried about them. I knew they kind of would. I'll do another one there. So like 2 volleys, cannons, they're taking out 2 of their cannons. I was amazingly impressed by. So yeah, so anyway, so I wasn't too worried about their Flying Death Squad, because I managed to spawn myself a Manticore, and I had Amber Wizard and Carl Franz as flying, so I could have tied them up. I'm not sure why, but stupidly they decided to just commit their entire units to attacking Zinda's Rights Guard. It's never going to end well for them. So I started moving my gunners up, try and get some pop shots on them. My Manticore was flying in. Like, personally, if this was me, I would have just got rid of him, just flew out as quick as I can, because my handgunners, you're going to see in a second, they're going to start racking up the kills. He was trying to get back, I think, but because I had 3 units here, they were sort of just absolutely getting tied down. So here come my gunners now, going to start firing in. The first volley actually missed. Let's see here. Carl Franz doing his thing, knocking Pegasus out of the way, blood splatter on the floor. Beautiful. So I was quite happy with this little engagement over here. Whilst I was microing this though, I decided to maybe send my Rights Guard up round here. I noticed all their artillery was over here, so I was like, okay, so the Bretonian guys pretty much undefended. They've sort of made themselves into like a defensive chevron, but not too great. And they've got their mounted yeomans, which were a bit of a worry for me, but I figured with my crossbow men and my gunners I'll be able to take them out. So at the time I was trying to talk to my teammate, and I was saying, you need to watch your flank, can you move some of these units over to help? He wasn't responding, he wasn't paying attention, so I just moved my steam tank over here. Because these guys are going to just charge in a second, they're going to just start wrecking. I'm just not sure if he realised what was going on. If he was AFK, it looks like he started sending these Ragnarok over. Personally I would have preferred him to sort of form up these Black Orcs maybe here. You see in a second, these guys are going to charge into my cannons. I wasn't actually aware of this 100%. I sort of looked on the map and knew they were coming. So I was like, right, I need to move up. So the dwarves, again at this point, you see there he's pretty much takes out my great cannon straight away. Sends out a foot of Gork on those ground knights, but they're not going to do much against them. I realised at this point, right, I need to get my hammers out there, so I'm going to start moving them back in a second. At the same time I've started moving up. He's got no range units here, so I'm able to sit back, apart from like the two mounted yeomans, but I'm really not worried about them. My gunners could take them out pretty easily. Pretty much sacrificed my feral manticore at this point, just wanted to take out this last unit of Pegasus Knights, do as much damage. I've got Carl Franz over here, I probably should have brought him back, but I think I'll do it in a minute. But that's cool. Oh, I forgot to say, I've got the Temple of Luminarch as well. I'm not really sure what the dwarf player was trying to do. He went for like a full frontal charge, which you'll see in a second. He was just forming up his men. But he just ignored this flank. I don't know why, he just charges in and just goes for the full frontal blob. Which I was completely fine with. So I was firing up a hill, but the land was where it's just about able to hit him with my gunners. They were firing their trebuchets over at me. So what I've done, I've sent my Reichsguard round, try and tie up these mounted yeomen. You can see they're starting to pretty much rout as soon as I get near them. He sent his lord, I think it's Leon Kier, it was, I believe, yeah, it's Leon Kier. So he's going to start pounding on Carl, because Carl's getting munched over here, so I think I'll start putting him back in a second. But the Bretonian army is just absolutely getting munched by my range units. I didn't even have to commit my units. See, look, if this was me, I was playing, I would have committed this back line over here, just sent them over, just to push my gunners back if anything. But the dwarf was really content with just attacking these guys here. The ground knights did eventually get taken out by my steam cannon, and the Black Orcs did finally commit. You can see I managed to save 17 of my hammer witches, so I will get them back onto the cannon. I think in the battle I was actually manually controlling it for a little while as well. Oh yeah, this as well. Realised the trebuchets, their artillery was undefended, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to send the amber wizard over, might as well. There's no threat really from these guys here. I bought this guy with little to no, I literally had him with the manticore and that was it, and the Pan's shield, whatever it is. That's literally all we had, so he was literally support. I wasn't really going to use him in a fight, but I figured if the artillery's undefended, I might as well use him. That was what the manticore was going to be used for, but I figured why not use it for him. So he actually decides to charge me with his damsel. See down here, the damsel here on her horse. But she's now blobbed up with my gunners and my great swords. Got blood all over her face. Beautiful. Now a real damsel in distress right here. Got my great swords taking on these men at arms with polearms. They would do pretty well. I believe they are anti-armor, but my great swords just are far superior to them, and I'm pretty much surrounded them. You can see here, and they start to rout pretty quickly. Got these flying death squads still flying about, but my gunners are zeroing down on them. So the reason I bought this army, because against Bretonia I knew he was going to bring flying units, so I wanted to go range heavy. And there's nothing really in Bretonian infantry that can match up to great swords. So I felt pretty confident, and even if I was up against the dwarves again, I still felt quite confident with the army I had. So I think if I would have faced the dwarves, I don't think I would have fared as well, just because of the pure numbers. So I think my cannons are now back in action. Yep, here they are. And they've got a nice little field of fire right in front of them. Able to fire down this hill. So again, he's got this unit of hammerers here. And I'm not sure why he decided to charge them in. He could have charged them up the hill and taken out my cannons, but he was happy just to carry them down the hill. The Arachnarch in this situation as well was a massive help. So he's got these little big ones, they're going to rout any second now. But as soon as the orc player had so many like savage orcs in here, so I'm quite surprised he did so well. He's got his savage orcs around here and his big ones. I think maybe the savage orcs are just more of a cannon fodder, but even so. So Luminarch, Templehof Luminarch was, I think he's run out of ammo by this point, or nearly out of ammo. I think he was, I'm not sure what he was shooting at. He was shooting off something on the distance. But at this point I'm pretty confident Bretonia is pretty much out of the game at this point. They've got like 2 units of yeoman archers that are very heavily damaged, a couple of units of infantry. So I pulled my gunners back. I was going to form up into a line here and got all these nice exposed flanks of the dwarves. My handgunners are going to absolutely excel at this point. So I kept this line here. You can see there's only like a minute and 20 seconds left of this battle. So because the Bretonia had so little range units, there's nothing really they could do. So let's have a look here. Let's just sort of zoom in now, sort of have a look. Watch my gunners go to work off in the distance. See they're starting to come in now. See my archers firing. So they've sort of did a final charge over here. Let's go check that out real quick. They sent their cavalry and they literally committed everything. The cavalry fained. I'm quite sure what he was trying to achieve there. That guy just took like multiple arrows to the chest. He's just like, yeah, I'm fine. Let's do this, and they've that routs them. So now my gunners shooting into the back of these dwarves. Got the orc war boss in here. And it isn't looking too good now for the dwarves. There's not really much they can do now. You've got units here that have actually stopped fighting. You see the massive massacre that these guys are getting themselves into. So yeah, let's go ahead and end that. Have a look at the kill tallies. So the players here was Tully, who's my Greenskin ally. He seems to be a pretty cool guy. I was talking to him after the battle. We did another battle after this, which you're going to see in another video. So he deployed 1500 and lost 909 into 600 remaining. So his Doom Divers did amazingly well, and the Arachnarch paid for itself, 146 kills. Again, as I said, the Savage Orcs didn't really do much, except for one unit, 36 kills, which is quite good. But they were more just the initial meat shield for the front, for the big uns and the Black Orcs to get in. Like this one unit of Black Orcs get 100 kills. Myself, one unit of Greatsword is relatively untouched and 1 kills, so I think that was the one that was on like the left flank, didn't really get much. The Hammers the Witches, 114 kills. Steam Tank Luminarch doing pretty well. Handgunners do amazingly well, 113 kills. So we got the dwarf player was a guy called Dragonfly. All across the board, did okay except for his miners. These gunners, thunderers, were just terrible. Didn't do anything. Not sure. I think I was targeting these in my cannons. The cannons did okay, 41. Ironbreakers, 76 kills, and then the last guy playing is Bretonia. Hello was his name. And see, his Pegasus Knights were just a waste of money. Like, this unit routed with like a 4 health almost. And the only one that did pretty well was the Ground Knights. I think this guy, they got into our flanks and they managed to kill quite a lot of the orcs from the side. But yeah, it was a pretty fun battle. And If you like it, obviously leave a like and leave me a comment as well. And if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, then you can subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. This is Bob Combs signing out.